Jesus can walk.
That they may be closed by next week.
Don't worry.
Probably gonna get that done sooner rather than
What you doing, Rex?
What you doing? You don't know. I gotta
Tonight we are back in Matthew chapter 2. We are reading verse 16. Then Herod, when he realized that he had been outwitted by the wise men, flew into a rage. He gave orders to massacre all the boys in and around Bethlehem who were 2 years old and under, in keeping with the time he had learned from the wise men. So, if you happen to be following along with, like, the actual Devo on the Bible app, I'm going to go in a completely different direction tonight because I was trying to work through it and think about it and explain it, and I had to do a little bit too much eisegesis, and if you know what that is, you'll know it's bad. So, we're going a different direction tonight. Over the past, week or so, I've really been reminded multiple times of the divinity of baby Jesus. And I feel like that's something we forget. Like, tiny, helpless infant was straight up God. God is the same being as baby Jesus, because, Trinity is absolutely wild. We're not going to talk about that right now. But we read in John 1:14 that the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, aka God took on humanity and dwelt among us, and that started at birth. And that is crazy to think about, but I think it's such an important reminder. And we see that here as well. I still wanted to read the verse from today because it mentions that Jesus was about 2 years old at this time, because Herod killed all the boys 2 and under just to cover all his bases, When the wise men showed up, they brought him these very impressive and extremely expensive gifts that were not appropriate for a toddler. The reason the wise men brought these gifts to Jesus the toddler, they recognized that this person was a significant figure, and they spent 2 years traveling, tracing the location of the stars to find this baby. And they recognized that this was important, and so they brought him very important gifts they should be for a king, not a 2-year-old toddler. But they recognized who Jesus was, which is so cool. And I feel like we forget that, and it's a really important reminder that Jesus was King of Kings, Lord of Lords, Almighty God. As soon as he was born, he was 100% God all of his life on earth. He was God in the flesh, quite literally. Man, I feel like that just is a huge testimony. Like, Jesus became so weak for our sake. He was God in the body of a helpless baby, which is such an insane image to think about. And I think it really demonstrates the sacrifice and the love that God gave to us. It's so cool. Anyway, I hope that made sense. I had a really hard time figuring out how to piece my thoughts together tonight, so I hope it made sense. I will see you guys in the next video.